you think of Christmas, you're probably picturing twinkling lights, presents, maybe some carols. Pure joy, right? But for centuries, the holiday season has had this other side, a much, much darker side, filled with legends of terrifying monsters who don't come to reward, but to punish.
Okay, so we all know the drill for being good at Christmas, but what's the actual penalty for being naughty? And I'm telling you, it's not just a lump of coal. In a lot of traditions, the punishment is way more severe. We're talking chains, whips, and just pure terror.
And this is really the heart of it. The idea that for every kind, benevolent gift giver like St. Nicholas, there's a shadowy counterpart, an enforcer, whose only job is to deal with the kids on the naughty list, and in the most horrifying ways you can imagine.
So, let's meet them, shall we? We're about to go on a world tour of Christmas's most feared figures, a true monsters who's who.
And we have to start with the most famous of them all, right? The undisputed rock star of holiday horror, Krampus, also known as the Christmas Devil.
And the details of this legend are just incredible. This is not some vague boogeyman. Krampus is a horned, goat-legged beast from Alpine folklore who, get this, works directly with St. Nicholas. On December 5th, a night they call Krampusnacht, he hunts down naughty children, whips them with birch branches, and shoves them into his sack to drag them straight to hell. No messing around.
But don't think for a second this is just some ancient myth. Oh no, Krampus is a very real modern-day thing. There are these huge parades called the Krampuslauf, the Krampus Run, that draw massive crowds every year in places like Salzburg and Munich. Thousands of people dress up as the beast. It's a tradition that's actually getting bigger.
And these events are so intense that people who go have said the costumes and the whole atmosphere, it feels terrifyingly authentic. This quote just captures that feeling perfectly. It's like something truly ancient is right there, watching you from the crowd.
But Krampus isn't the only monster on the clock. In Iceland, you don't just have one creature to worry about. You have a whole family of terrifying figures who come down from the mountains every Christmas. So the head of the family is Gryla, a monstrous ogress whose favorite meal is a stew made from badly behaved kids. Then you have her 13 sons, the Yule lads. They're not as deadly, but they're still a total menace, visiting homes for 13 nights to play pranks like stealing food and slamming doors. They might leave a small gift for good kids, but naughty ones, they get a rotting potato.
And if that wasn't enough, they have a pet, the Yule Cat. Now this is not a cute little kitten. We're talking a giant, vicious cat that roams the countryside and devours anyone, kid or adult, who hasn't gotten new clothes to wear by Christmas. It's such a bizarrely specific threat, right? All meant to encourage people to work hard. You know, this whole tradition of a holiday enforcer isn't just in one or two places. All over Europe, different cultures cooked up their own terrifying figures. In Germany and Austria, there's Frau Perchta, this witch who rewards hard workers, but, well, let's just say she slices open the lazy and stuffs them with straw. France has Trapp, a scarecrow-like monster who eats naughty kids. And in Greece, for the 12 days of Christmas, goblins called the Kallikantzaroi literally crawl out from underground to cause complete chaos.
This all just begs a pretty big question. Why? Why did so many cultures invent these horrifying figures to go along with their most joyful holiday? Well, the answer lies deep in our ancient past.
So, where do these monsters really come from? It's not like someone just woke up and decided to invent Krampus out of thin air. Their origins are this fascinating mix of history, psychology, and religion.
You can really break their evolution down into three key stages. It all starts with pre-Christian pagan fears. For ancient people, winter wasn't just chilly, it was terrifying. It meant deep darkness, bitter cold, and the real possibility of starvation. There was a genuine fear the sun might not come back. These monsters gave a face to those very real anxieties. Then, as Christianity spread, it didn't get rid of these traditions, it just absorbed them. It was way easier to co-opt a figure people already knew. So they were sort of rebranded as demonic sidekicks to saints like Nicholas, becoming tools to enforce moral behavior. And that brings us to today, where we're seeing this huge modern resurgence as pop culture rediscovers these dark legends for a whole new generation.
And that brings us right to today, because these aren't just dusty old stories from a history book. The dark side of Christmas is making a serious comeback.
Thanks to a boom in everything from horror movies to those huge public parades, these legends are more visible and more popular than they have been in centuries. It seems like the appeal of having a little bit of darkness and danger during an otherwise sweet holiday season
Well, it's stronger than ever. So this holiday season, when you're tucked in bed and you hear a strange noise on your roof, or maybe the rattling of chains just outside your window,
Take a second and ask yourself, are you absolutely sure that sound is Santa and his reindeer?
Or could it be something else? Checking its list to see if you've been naughty or nice?